Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Classroom of the Elite Season 3 episode number 9 reaction. So the previous episode was the end of the arc, I believe. What happened was basically Yamauchi, he got expelled. But before getting expelled, a few things happened. Like for example, obviously he was like saying that, oh, why am I going to get expelled? So it was revealed by Horikita that to the whole class that yeah, Sakanagi has been pulling the strings. She has told him to do all of this, like like make Ayano the scapegoat and stuff like that. And that's why we should vote for him. While Hirata plays another game where he's like, oh, like why are you riling up everyone against him? You should get voted out. Like stuff like that. Like a few things happens over there, but ultimately, yeah, Yamauchi gets voted out. He wasn't happy about it, but nothing you can do about it. He tries to like lash out at Koenji, but Koenji's like, bro, you want to do this? And he's just like starts crying and like leaves. That was the whole thing with our class. With Ichinose's class, basically what happened is like Ibuki and I forgot the other guy's name. Both of them are Ruin's friend. Both of them comes to Anokoji for help, and he tells Ichinose to give the positive votes to Ruin, while in Ruin's class, the amount of points that Ruin had, take it and give it to Ichinose, so that Ichinose can get the person who's going to get expelled back. So both of them are going to help each other, ultimately winning, by the end, both of them. So, it works smoothly in that department as well. So yeah, everything is perfect. It ended in a good note. So yeah, that is what happened. Let's see what happens today in this episode number 9. Let's begin. I'll be putting in the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Extreme justice is extreme injustice. Wow. Okay. Bro, the whole they deleted the whole desk. Wow. Yeah. Pretext. Weren't you the one who told? Wasn't she? Okay. Yeah, I knew that, but she was also the one who told. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I see. So that's what her plan was. Like, oh my god, because of that, bro. Oh, she holds grudges. That is crazy. Oh. Oh, yeah, the one who replaced her dad. Oh, this guy's in the opening. Yeah, he's in the opening. I see him. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so I think I understand. The reason why Sakanagi targeted Yamauchi and made him target Anakoji is because she knew that if she targets Anakoji will somehow flip the whole thing, and probably like Anakoji or his class will somehow be able to expel uh, Yamauchi. And to help in that, she gave all the positive votes to Anakoji. Like, I think I get it. So basically that. Like, so making Yamauchi target Anakoji was her way of basically like making sure that Yamauchi goes out. Because she knows that if she did that, like Anakoji and her class will have to take some step against Yamauchi. And they exactly did that. So it's kind of like a interesting plan she had. Okay. Hmm. All right, here we go. Ishiro. Wow. Oh my god. Whoa! What the hell? Hello? Bruh. Understand. Yeah, but the security camera is on that direction. He's not being recorded. Oh, or that. Okay, I guess. Ayano is dead. Yeah. Blink twice. I don't think I've seen Ayano ever blink. So mission at the school will be official. April. Okay. It'd be funny if Ayano like extended his leg and tried to trip him there. Oh wow. So okay, that was a lie, bruh. Hmm. Okay, Yamauchi kind of bumped into her and she fell, so she did that. I wonder what she's gonna do to this guy. He literally deliberately tripped her. Hmm. Oh, perfect for Anakoji and any 10 subjects you like for the exam. Okay. Hmm. No, this is important. You need to get. Yeah. What? R- Wait, really? What? Okay. It's difficulty with. Okay. Well, rock paper scissors, isn't it? Hmm. Oh, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay. We'll choose five subjects. Oh, okay, then 10. Okay. Ah, 7. Oh, I see. Everyone else. Okay, I need to come back here and read this part again in the discussion section. Okay. Out of all the, we only combined in 7 of them. Okay. Yeah, that I understood, but most important rule. Whoa. What? Okay. Right. Makes sense. Well, Hirata ain't happy, so. Oh boy. He's probably trying to go find Hirata. Yeah, but oh, here comes the well, other classes. Yeah. Hmm. Come on, guys. Use your brain. Like, come on. Other classes. You're forgetting that. Don't betray him. Because he. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, like, what else can you do here? Oh, okay. Yeah. He's gonna get expelled if something happens, so. Yeah? Bro, they're thinking. You guys don't even know that he's pulling the strings from the back. Exactly. Like who? Can anyone volunteer here? Can you volunteer then? Oh yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, he does have the protection point. Oh, Hirata might. Oh boy, Hirata will probably come in now. Anytime. Oh, I can see Hirata. Oh, never mind. Okay. That was like the perfect time for Hirata to come in and Sakanagi, obviously. Once that draws the mark paper, will have the right. Okay. Okay. Who's that guy? Right. I feel like there was something in there. Was there like two? That would be D and B. Oh, this is Ruin's class. Okay. Makes sense. So convenient. So convenient, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. I knew it. Obviously. Oh, he was the one who did it. Okay. Oh, I thought that this is Sakanagi doing this, but I guess they were all in it. Okay. Makes sense? Oh, here that's going again. But there you go. Um, his his original. Mm, what? Oh, okay. Well, I don't think she can be intimidated anymore. Or at least not like before, because if this was the previous case, she would have just. Yeah, why is he here today? Kita ka. Ugh. Yeah. What else? What is subject enough? Hmm. No, I'm sure he has. uh, okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's true because the whole rumor thing that happened. I do wonder if that was also his plan because he was the one who was passing the rumors. What? Oh, okay. Whoa. What's happening? I don't Koji. Oh boy. Oh lord. 20. That's a lot. Yeah. He did a Google search before that. Well, he's the one who technically did it. Oh boy. Yeah. Right. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering that. That's a good question. Maturity. Yeah, like she always tries to emulate him. We've seen that. Oh wow, really interesting. I never thought about that like that. Damn. Hmm. Yeah, that's just copying someone. Well, yeah. You surpass me. Hmm. Genuinely. Yeah, what? Really? Huh, interesting. Oh boy. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you read manga or something? What's up? She probably watches anime and reads manga. Wait, I didn't read that. Okay, oh my god, I need to read it. Exactly, that's the point of this whole thing. Chess. Well, Ayano Koji can. Two captains to duel. Oh, okay. Interesting. They're going with chess. Or that's how this is going to go, I'm guessing. Because, the opening really heavily hints that there's something to do with chess. You can literally see it here. Okay, that is it. Right, this was episode number 9. So, interesting episode. So basically, we are going to have obviously another special test, and for that, a lot of new rules and regulations. I'm going to go through all of that, and I'm going to read all of that because I'm pretty sure I missed a few of them. So okay, before I'm going to go to that, there's a few things I need to talk about. First of all, that new guy, that chairperson or whatever he called himself, who was going to start from, what did he say, March, or was it April or May, something like that he said. So before that, like when he's going to come, he's going to be a problem, we can see that. So that thing, then obviously the whole thing with the test, Hirata's, like the way he's like reacting now, the way he's just completely like not really cooperating at all and just doing his own thing, that whole section. Then Aino volunteering himself to be the captain, that part. Aino making like a little understanding in the background with Ichinose Sakanagi, so that both he and Sakanagi can end up like competing with each other, that whole thing. All these things was brought up in today's episode. Then Kei coming to Aino room and Aino gifting her that necklace. The conversation with Manabu and him talking about how Horifikita is someone who can surpass him, but since she emulates him, she cannot. Unless and until she stops emulating him, she'll not be able to surpass him. That part. Then the final section about chess. That was basically today's episode. So let me go to the part where I need to properly read. For example, the part where they were talking about the rules. I'm going to read that whole section. Okay, so what is that part? Okay, here we go. First, you choose any 10 subjects you like for the exam. Okay, so 10 subjects. If there are any questions, feel free to, oh no, not this. Okay, so she's like, Ike, if you have any questions, ask us. Ike says like that, could it be like something like rock, paper, scissors? Okay, so here's the thing. Rock, paper, scissors isn't really a subject. But Javashia Sensei says that, okay, so let it be rock, paper, scissors. The only points of caution, no duplicated subjects. Makes sense, obviously you cannot really put duplicated subjects. Then we have no subjects that might present difficulties with facilities or seasons or number of people. Oh, so basically you cannot say that, oh, like I want to ski or something like that. Like it's probably like summer now or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what time this is. But like you cannot do that. Then we have the whole number of people, 50 versus 50. We can see all those which are impossible things. You cannot do that. Okay. Nothing too obscure. Beer pong, round net, chronum. Don't know what that is. Paddle, hurling, Draco. Okay, a lot of stuff. Wood cobra. So isn't rock paper scissors also one of them? In a way, rock paper scissors isn't really like rock paper scissors is also kind of minor, isn't it? She says, I don't know. You know what? Whatever. Yeah, basically like something that I guess she's talking about probably popularity, like something that like a lot of like most people knows about, which makes sense. There's a lot of people, a lot of students participating in it. Like if it's something too obscure or minor, then like it might be that some people know, some people doesn't know. It'll make like an unfair advantage. Okay, I see what's happening. It's probably because of that. Academic subjects must be part of the curriculum. Okay, so I see. So you cannot literally like do stuff and not really like include the academic subjects. Makes sense. So language, math, English, social studies, history, biology, chemistry, physics. That makes 8. So all these 8 must be included, I'm guessing. No, wait. What does she say? Academic subjects must be part of the curriculum, and the school will write. Oh, it's part of the. Oh, so this is something separate, I'm guessing. Okay, I think. I'm not really sure. This part is. And the school will write the questions. You feel free to decide the rules. Okay, so the school will be, for academic subjects, the school will be making the questions, but you feel free to decide the rules yourselves. So it might be something like the rules might be like, oh, like, I don't know, like some kind of a rule. I'm guessing that they're free to have like 20 questions or something like that, maybe. But they must not allow for time. Okay, so it shouldn't be something that can allow for ties. Make sense? Your opponent's class will also submit 10 subjects. Okay, 20 total subjects. Obviously everyone's like, what, 20? That's a lot. So she's like, yeah, that's not the thing. We will be total, like, choosing 20 subjects, but it'll get whittled down. So on the day of the test, each class will choose 5 subjects out of the 10 offered. So okay, I'm guessing all these 20 subjects will be shown to everyone first, and on the day of the test, the class will take out 5 from them, and the other 5 will be like removed. So total 10. So the reason for doing that is probably because not to get the other person, like, class, like, enough time. Like, they'll have to just guess, or either guess which one the other team might do, or they'll have to do everything, or prepare for everything. Either you prepare for all the 10 subjects that the other class has, like, put, and the 5 subjects that you're putting. Not 10, because your class knows which 5 you will be picking, so not 10, but for your class 5, the other class 10. So total 15 subjects you either prepare for, or guess which subject the other class will be choosing. That's a bit risky, but it'll help, like, reduce the effort, or like a lot of things you can do here. But this is done mainly to, like, throw the other team off or something like that. Yeah, choose 5 subjects out of the 10 offered. And okay, so the other 5 are like a bluff. Yeah. The actual test, that it doesn't end there. In the actual test will consist of 7 subjects. So out of those 10, randomly stuff will be, like, picked, and 7 will be picked. The school will choose 1 at random for each round. So it can be that, all the 5 subjects from one class is chose, and from the other class, 6 7 2 subjects is chosen. If it's random, that's a possibility as well. It's based on luck. It can be like, 3 from this class, 4 from this class, something like that, or 5 from this class, 2 from that class, or like any type of combination. It can happen. So there you go. Again, this is like completely based on, like, random, like, like an RNG type of thing. You won't be told what the next subject. Okay, you won't be told what the next subject is. Oh, I see. So you won't know. Wow, that makes it even more difficult, isn't it? So you won't really know what subject you're going to go for. And once the student has participated, they cannot participate again until everyone has. Wait. This part I'm not sure. I'm not understanding. Wait a minute. Let me read that again. You won't be told what the next subject is. I understand that, like, so whichever, like, the 7 subjects that is chosen, when you're giving one test, what subject you're going to get the next time, you're not going to get to know that. Okay. And once a student has participated, okay, they cannot participate again until, I see. So so if one participates, okay, right. So if one participates, they cannot participate unless and until everyone else has. Okay, so that means, okay, out of all the subjects we submit to each other, We only compete in 7 of them. Okay, wait, one thing I'm not or I guess I can understand that. So okay, so is this what is happening? 7 subjects, one student participates in one, unless and until all the other students participates in that as well, you cannot move forward. Is that what's going on? Because that's what she says, I think. Unless and until the student will school will choose one at a random. Oh no, wait, okay, I think I understand. So the school will choose one at a, okay, so they're not really choosing at the same time. I thought what they're doing is like they're choosing, like they're sitting down and they're choosing 7, and then the students are going to participate. No, they'll choose one, and they'll be like, okay, the students will be participating in this one, and unless and until all the students participates in that one, the other one won't be chosen. So okay, I see. The school will choose one for random for each. Okay, so in the first round, for example, one will be chosen out of this. So there will be 7 rounds. In the first round, one will be chosen out of the 10, and they'll take that and they'll be like, okay, this has been chosen. Both the schools teams will be participating in this one. You won't be told what the next subject is. Yeah. And once the student has participated, they cannot participate again until everyone has. So once one student participates in it, all the other students will have to participate in it, and that student cannot participate in anything else if that doesn't happen. Okay, which makes sense since it's like basically so basically everyone will have to participate. That's basically what it is. I'm guessing, yeah. Like you cannot really, like, if you don't, then the first student that have participated the first time, they won't be able to participate again. So everyone will have to participate. Okay, we'll have to serve. And the most important rule is the existence of a team captain. Here we go. Student chosen as a captain cannot participate in any of the subjects. Okay, this part again, another thing that I have to understand. Student chosen as a captain cannot participate in any of the subjects. Okay, but they can be involved in all of the subjects. What does that mean? And will receive bonus points if the. What does she mean by involved? I don't understand. If he cannot participate, what? This is the part that's confusing me the most. Student chosen as a captain cannot. Like, by involved, does she mean in the preparation? Like they won't be participating in it, but they can help others out? Is that what she's saying? I don't understand. What does she mean by involved? That's my question. And if and will receive bonus points if the class wins, and if the class loses, it gets expelled. Okay, obviously, there you go. Right, interesting. You can select anyone you want. Okay, so the only part that I am a little bit confused about is the section where she says that the captains cannot participate, but they can get involved. Right, I don't understand what that means. I'm guessing that she means that you cannot directly participate, but you can help others out for preparations or something like that. I'm guessing that's what she's trying to say. I don't know. Right. So wait a minute. So does that mean that Anakuju cannot participate in any of this? But I think that in the end, when we were reading the whole chess part, they kind of mentioned something where Anakuji says that, oh, like I can participate in this one. I'll read that section as well, and that's another section that I'll need to read. So okay, so that's the rules. Then that was that, and then we get to the part where they choose the right to challenge the other group, this part. So okay, oh, this part, I'm completely missed this part while reacting. When they were going to choose that, she says that as expected, every class chose their protection point holder as captain. Yeah, there you go. So that means for one expulsion, I'm guessing Anakoji is safe. Okay, this is one thing I need to confirm. For one expulsion, like as soon as that is used up, then if he gets expelled again, he'll be expelled, I'm guessing, in this test only. Because, yeah, I think. There's still a few things that it's a little bit, not clear in my head. But I think I understand the gist of it. Okay, so yeah, the captains are the protection point holders. Okay, starting with class A, each one will you draw one lot. The class that draws the marked paper will have the right to choose their opponent. Okay, wait. So, oh, wait, just a minute. Okay, so yeah, they'll be choosing opponents. So two classes will be going against each other. One class, one versus one. Basically, that's happening. So wait, so here, obviously that part happens where Akanagi is like, yeah, like I'll choose the last. You guys choose first. Ichinosa chooses one, is blank. Anakoji chooses the next one, blank. The guy from the class D, he chooses the one and he gets it right to choose the opposing class, and he's like, right. Sakanagi is like, oh, there's no need to check the last one. Now here's the part where I feel like the last one was also marked. There's some kind of thing going on over here, I feel like. Otherwise, why did Sakanagi say that? Either way. Okay, so that's his name. Tell me which class you want to face. Okay, so he's like, yeah, B class. He gives his reason that, oh, because I want to face one class above us, all that stuff, I would like to avoid facing A class. There you go. Right? Now, obviously, that means Anakoji will be facing Sakanagi. Now, all according to Keikaku, predetermined. I arrange it with Ichinose and Ishizaki. Yeah. There you go. Ishizaki Daichi, got it. Yeah. So both of them knew what was going to happen. Like, if either of them won, they would have chosen the other group. Like, they'll keep Sakanagi and Anakoji to fight against each other. They'll do that. Like, that was predetermined completely. To make sure that let us fight class A. And for class D as well, they were like, you know what, fair enough, like the fact that will not have to place class A is good enough. And also the fact, I guess, like class D also has a little bit of a like a what's that word, I can't find that word, has a little bit of a debt. Yeah, that's the word, debt to Ainokoji, because obviously because of that whole thing, that Ibuki and that guy, they came to Ainokoji for help, and Ainokoji is the one who basically helped them out, So both Ichinose's class and the other, class D also has a little bit of debt towards Ainokoji, so they were happy to do it, Okay, but then now here's the question. So wait, what's happening? So Ainokoji and Sakanagi will be facing. They're the team captains, obviously. The groups, like the tests, they're going to, like 7 tests. Okay, 7 tests. The first test, first round, both of the group will be participating. Whichever class loses against the one, their leader will get expelled. Wait, so what? Okay, why did they do 7 then? I don't understand that thing. This is a test that could be over in 1 round, isn't it? Like, I don't understand that. Like, this is a type of test that's bound to be over in 1 round, isn't it? Like, because one group will lose and their leader is out. Then what are we going to do? That's my question. Like, will they choose another leader then, and is that how it's going to happen? So, or either that, or they tie every single round, But that is like near to impossible, isn't it? Like, how is that going to work? Like, this is the part that is confusing me. I don't understand this. Why have they made it seven subjects? Because it's clearly like stated here when Chabashira Sensei was telling the rules that the part that I was a little bit confused about. You won't be told which the next subject is, and once a student has participated, they cannot participate again until everyone else has. That whole thing, okay. Then team captain, she talks about, yeah, this part. Student chosen as captain cannot participate in any of the subjects. They can be involved in all subjects and will receive bonus points if their class wins. Wait. Huh. They can be involved in all the subjects, will receive bonus points if the class wins, and if the class loses, oh, I see. Okay, I think I understand what's happening. So this isn't okay. I think I'm misunderstanding something. So what I thought was that every round is going to have a winner and a loser. Maybe not. Maybe that's not how it's going to go. Since there are seven subjects they'll be participating in, it's going to be like whoever wins the maximum. Is that it? Like, I think that's what it is. Otherwise, it makes no sense. If it is done round wise, if the winner is chosen round wise, the whole test will be over in the first round. One group will win, one group will lose. The one losing the group, captain will get expelled. It's over. Isn't it like that? So, that's why I'm thinking maybe that's not how it's going to go. Since there's seven subjects, it's basically like the one that wins the maximum. So, four wins, three wins. That's how it's going to go. Either four wins and three wins. You cannot tie it because there is seven, odd number. So one group is definitely going to win. So the group that is going to get like the maximum points at the end of the seven tests, they will be staying, or their captain will be staying, while the other opponent team captain will get expelled. Yeah, so it's not happening round wise. What I thought was that each round will have a winner. No, that's not how it's going to go. The whole it's taken as a whole. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So right, that would make sense. Also, another thing I just realized: this whole test is like chess, isn't it? Like the king basically is the captain, and if you know, the king doesn't really have that much power. They cannot they can only move like like in one direct, not one direction. Sorry, one like one what are those called? One room, like a once, like like one I don't know what it's called. The things, like they can only move like one, like forward, backward, diagonal, only one, like one thing, whatever it is called. I cannot find that term. But they are the most important. If the king is checkmated, it's over. It's kind of like that. Like the team captain won't really have that much power. They cannot participate in the tests. However, they will be involved in the test. I'm guessing. By what that means, I am not really sure. I think what that means is that they can help others out. But yeah, they don't have that much power to influence the whole test. But they are the most important one, because if the team loses, they're going to get expelled, like something like that. So that's basically what is happening. This is literally chess, like a big, kind of like chess. So okay, so that is what I think. So like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, what I thought was it's going to happen round wise. Every round will have a winner, but I don't think that's what's happening. It's taken as a whole. Okay, the group that will win the maximum number of rounds, they will win, and the other group, their captain will be expelled. Right, then it would make sense. And and that is why all the groups chose the one with the protection point. So even if they get expelled, they won't be getting expelled. So wait, so doesn't this mean that this test no one is going to get expelled? Because every single group leader has a protection point. if what I said was true, or that is how exactly how it is going, like this is not taken round wise but completely and in a total, then there will only be one winner and one loser. And the one that is losing, their captain is supposed to get expelled, but they have a protection point, so they won't be getting expelled. So at the end of the day, the result of this is that nobody's going to get expelled, isn't it? Only two team captains will lose their protection point. Isn't that what's going to happen? So this doesn't really have that much of a risk, does it? Or I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm still not 100% sure about my understanding, or if I've understood correctly. If I've misunderstood something, let me know. But this is what I think. Either way, that was that. So okay, I think I have a better grasp at the rules, and I kind of understand what is happening, which might be wrong. In that case, you can correct me down. But yeah, that was that. Then I'm going to go to the last section. This is the part where I need to read again, where they choose chess, I think. Okay, the ones that they have chosen are chess, mental math, Go, modern literature, volleyball, math, English, jump rope, dodgeball. Okay, 9. No, not 9, sorry. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 9. Wait, wasn't it supposed to be 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm guessing something got like, something was like written down, but it wasn't. Okay. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there is 10. Okay, so one doesn't have like a subtitle. Chess, mental math, Go, modern literature, volleyball, math, English, jump rope, dodgeball. Okay, either way, these are the ones that we know. So we need to either guess which one will be chosen, or the other group will choose, or we have to prepare for all of them. He will be figuring out which the subjects they're serious about. Yeah. Okay, so the whole chess part. Okay, the rules. Now let me read. Class A's chosen subjects, game rules and rules for the leader. Chess, 1 player needed. Time allowance 1 hour. Absolute. Oh, so they literally said here that not everyone doesn't need to play it. Only 1 player needed. Time allowance 1 hour. Absolute. Rules. Standard chase rules, but more time is not granted for the after the 40th move. Leader rules. The leader can give instructions to the player at his or her discretion for at most 30 minutes of the allowance. Wow. Okay, so this is okay. I think I understand now. So that is why Anakoji said that means technically I will be playing, since I can help the other, like, my person out. Oh, this is what it means by getting involved. Okay, it's clear to me now. I was wondering, what does it mean by getting involved and not participating? What does that even mean? It's pretty clear here. So you can get involved. The team leader can give you like instructions. But oh, so then isn't it like this then? Like, so basically, like during the test, when the students will be like, let me take like one of the normal, like, like normal academic tests, like maths, for example. So like, it's like each person will be like participating in the question, like, giving the question answers, and Anakoji will just be there. He can be there sitting down beside that person and helping them out. But then again, the other group will be like choosing how much time or what rules. So, for example, in the first one, like they mentioned that only 30 minutes of allotted time. If they didn't mention that, I'm guessing Anakuji would have been free to help his teammate out for the whole game. But since Sakanagi mentioned that the leader can only help for 30 minutes, we need to maintain that. So, something like that. Okay, this makes it a little bit more, I guess, complicated. Like how straightforward I thought it was, it isn't. So the other opponent team can like literally make rules for you that, like not more than 20 minutes. And yeah, their group will also have to maintain that rule. Like you will also have to maintain that, but you have the authority to make the rules for your subjects. Similarly, class D has the authority to make their rules for the subjects. Something like that. So this makes it way more complicated. Like I think it's not as like straightforward as I thought. Okay, so the chess rules is one player needed, time allowance 1 hour, absolute. Rules, standard chess rules, no more time is granted after 40th move. Leader rules, leader can give instructions to the player at his or her discretion for at most 30 minutes. So half of the game you can help out, half you cannot. Which I feel like you can like manipulate these to properly like get help from your leader throughout the whole game. Like you can literally just, I don't know, like alternate it. Instead of like getting help from your leader for the first 30 minutes, you can alternate it based on like when your opponent is playing, your leader is not helping you out. I'm guessing that is going to count as well, since it's 1 hour. You know, your opponent will also have time to play their game. So you're sitting here, Anakoji is beside you, the game starts, and like Anakoji like tells you that, oh, put this in like on this, like like this move, and it takes Anakoji 10 seconds to do that. So you do that. So 10 seconds Anakoji has given you his advice, and then obviously the other group is playing now. So I'm guessing Anakoji's time is not being counted anymore. So based on that, I think you can kind of manipulate it to make sure that you get Anakoji's help throughout the game. I don't know. Because 30 minutes, isn't it? Right. Anyways, okay, that's that. And that's why Anakoji said that, yeah, I can play, because I'm the one who will be playing it. Mental math, 2 players needed. Time 30 minutes. Rules, students compete for speed and accuracy in calculation using an abacus. Okay, the class whose participant places first who wins. Leader rules, the leader may change one answer. There you go, at his or her discretion. Right, I understand now. Okay, so that confusion is cleared. I was confused about the fact that why they said that you cannot participate but you can like help or interfere. Okay, this is what it meant. Okay, go. 3 players needed. Time allowance 1 hour, absolute. Rules, 3 1-on-1 matches will be conducted simultaneously. Standard go rules. Okay. See, okay. So it's not necessarily that the whole class will have to participate. Okay, that makes it a bit easier, I think, because obviously certain people have certain strengths, and like you can properly choose the teammates for in that sense, I think. And I feel like Sakanagi exactly made the chase rules like this, exactly like this, so that she and Anakuji can participate in it. Right, makes sense. Okay, I see. Okay, I understand now. I think most of the things that I was unclear about, it got cleared up after reading this part. Okay, right. Still, if I'm misunderstanding something, let me know. And that was it. I think that was the 2 main things that I needed to like focus on, and I did that. Now I'm going to talk about this episode as a whole. I feel like this discussion section might become a little bit longer. I'll try to like quickly wrap everything up now, because the main things that I wanted to check out, I've checked it out. Okay, so the first part is the whole class is feeling bad for the whole situation, like the whole Yamauchi situation. And then Anakoji comes and talks to Sakanagi. Now here in this section, I was like, when Anakoji and Sakanagi was talking, Sakanagi was like, when Anakoji was like, oh, like, why did you choose Yamauchi, and she's like, oh, because he like bumped into me and I fell, like that whole thing. And I was like, wait, what is she saying? She's the one who was using Yamauchi to try to expel Anakoji, wasn't she? But then I realized that no, that was just a pretense. She did that so that Anakoji takes his step and tries to save, tries not to get expelled himself, and flip the thing, and Yamauchi gets expelled. Something like she knew what was going to happen exactly. Well, she kind of pre-read the situation. She knew that if she helps Yamauchi, and at the final day, it is somehow going to get revealed that Yamauchi is the bad person. And if that happens, he's going to get a lot of negative votes, and she can completely manipulate the vote by telling whole, like, most of class A who's under her to put the positive votes for Ayano Koji. She can completely manipulate it like that. And she knew it, and that is why she did it. So it wasn't her goal to expel Ayano Koji, it was her goal to expel Yamauchi in a twisted way. That is basically what happened. I understood that. And that was her plan, and it worked, basically. And yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, come on, like you held that grudge? That is crazy. Do you recall his rude behavior during the training camp? And she's like, because of that. Wow. And then comes in this dude, the acting chairman, Suki Shiro. Okay. And he's here. And he is this guy who we see in the opening, who is apparently, let me check, just a minute, the Jack, I think. Yeah, he's the Jack. Yep. He's apparently the Jack. Okay. I don't know what that means, but what is the specialty of a Jack? I'm not really sure. Like, like, because, like, the King, Queen, I can understand. Joker, I can understand. But what does Jack signify? I'm not really sure. I don't play cards. Like, I'm not really sure. So yeah, either way. Now, he comes in and he does one of the most outrageous things that I didn't even expect. And he's like, oh, my first time coming to the school, can you tell me where the direction is towards the teacher's lounge? And Sakanek is like, oh, I thought you used the cameras, surveillance camera, to see where we're here. And he comes down and he trips Sakanagi, like kicking away her cane. Ayano tries to help her, and he grabs Ayano's hand and like pushes him to the. Okay, here we go. So he's like, oh, like, like, I know, like, I've heard about you from your dad, this and that, like, went to the one issue, you're getting orders to get expelled. Yeah, second is like, oh, like, it's understandable you'd want to act through someone like me to expel Ayano Koji, but don't you think our acting chairman resorting to open assault might cause problems? And he's like, oh, no problem. Swap a dummy video into the security camera. Message from, okay, wait a minute. He says that he swapped a dummy video, and then after the whole thing, when he's like, oh, blink twice if you, like, if you want to listen to me or listen to your dad, and he doesn't blink at all. No intention to voluntarily leave the school. And he's like, okay, my position will be beginning in April. Okay, there you go. Do whatever you want up until then. Goodbye. He leaves, and Sakanagi says not fighting back was a wise choice. He's like, you never know how the footage might be used. Okay, so basically what Ayano is saying, that it might be a lie that there's a dummy footage, or he might edit it in some weird way if I do something. So best not to act at all, just in case. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, so after that, Ayano is like, okay, before he comes in April, we better get our, like, our competition that we're supposed to go against each other. We better do that. Sakan is like, perfect, like, let's do it then. And then the whole exam rule thing. I completely discussed that part, so I'm not going to go through this part again. I'm going to skip this section. The only thing that I'm going to mention is Hirata is not happy. We saw that. And he's like not really participating in this. And I think that's her name, Mi-chan or something. She's the one who's like, oh, like, let me go. And then, she tries to go and talk to Hirata and all that. Either way, one thing gets brought up here where Sudo and Ike, I think that's his name. Yeah, they are both like, oh, like, our friend is gone. And they're like, what about Ayano Koji? How did he get so much votes? Which is, like, obviously, it's understandable that they are questioning that, because obviously, like, someone like Ayano Koji, how did she get like the maximum good votes, positive votes? So he's like, Horikita was like, oh, let me explain that. And Sudo's like, not you. Let Anukoji explain. And Anukoji's like, I don't know. Like, why are you asking me? I don't know about it. And Horikita's like, I think I might know. So basically, Horikita explains how Sakanagi told that she's going to help Yamauchi, but she didn't do that. And that's why Anukoji got all the positive points. So Sudo's like questions back, why Anukoji? Why him? You know. Okay, and Horikita says that the reason why he's chosen is because he's a neutral entity. Protection point will be irrelevant with him. I'm sure anyone else would have worked out just as well because of that. That is her logic. Obviously, that isn't the case, but still, whatever helps us keep our like keep our head down low. Either way, Sudo's like, why? That's just you guessing, and she's like, come on, like, if you want to get mad at someone, get mad at me. I'm the one who did the whole thing. And Sudo like keeps quiet after that, doesn't really say anything. And Anukoji gets up. Anukoji's like, all right, guys, like you guys, I'm not really happy about me. I can see that. So I'm going to be the leader. So you guys don't have to worry about it. And I also have the protection point. So, I'll be fine. And Ike's very happy because like, yeah, like definitely, like obviously he's like, oh, thank God I don't have to get involved in this. Right. However, this girl, I forgot her name. I don't even know if her name was. Yeah, I think her name was given. I've just forgotten. She's like, she says that makes it sound like we're going to throw the challenge, and then she also says that do we really want to fight some other class under Ainokoji-kun's leadership? Shouldn't we consider other candidates? The way she says that, I'm like, come on, man, like, really? Like, so can you be, like, you be the leader if that's what you think? Like, what? Like, you have to understand that the person who will be the leader will have the possibility of getting expelled. You think someone else is going to do it? Obviously not. Ainokoji only has the protection point, so it makes sense why he's going to be doing this. And and also, I'm like, these guys have no idea that he's literally their shadow leader. Like, none of them have any idea. And when she says that, everyone's like keeping quiet, and she's like, wait, what? Nobody's going to volunteer? Obviously, who is going to volunteer? Who in the right mind is volunteering in this? They don't want to get expelled. I don't think anyone wants to run the risk of being expelled. There you go, myself included. And she keeps quiet after that. It doesn't really say anything. And Annika is like, yeah, I also have the protection point, so I doubt anyone's going to object, all that. And there you go. And then we get to that part with the thing where they choose the opponents, that part. I also discussed about this section, went through the details, so I'm just going to skip this part as well. I'm not going to talk about this. Basically, they already predetermined what's going to happen, and they worked according to that. So that Ainokoji and Sakanagi's group, they are the ones who will be participating in this, or fighting against each other. Okay, then the next scene, we get to see Hirata being completely uncooperative. Kei kind of says like, what the hell? And he's like, oh, don't call me by that name, we're not even friends now. And then she's like, okay then, Hirata-kun. So here, I feel like if this was the previous case, she probably would have kept quiet after this, wouldn't really clap back or try to clap back. The reason why she could do all of this is probably because of everything that happened. The whole thing with Ryuen, Ainokoji's help and everything. She has changed in a drastic way. This isn't that girl who was crying in the shower. Like, she has drastically changed, and it's pretty obvious seeing from here. She doesn't keep quiet after Hirata tries to intimidate her. And he's also like, oh, like, keep quiet, otherwise, you know what I'll do? He was probably going to say, like, I'm going to, like, say that, you lied about me dating you, like, all that stuff. That's why Kei kept quiet, didn't really say anything, because that would, like, open another can of worms, and she doesn't want that. And she doesn't really say anything after that. And, like, that whole thing. While I think that's her name, literally was caught in the whole situation where she tried to stop Hirata. That's why Kei tried to, like, make Hirata not act like that, but it didn't really work. He that's just doing whatever the hell he wants to, and he leaves. Either way, that's that. And the Koenji also is like, oh, like is participating. He doesn't really participate in most of the discussions, but he's here because Horikita told him to be here, and he's like, I don't have much time, Horikita girl, quickly tell me, tell me what you want to tell us. And she quickly tells everything. She's like, all the few guys, like choose one subject that you're like the best at. I think something like that she says. Yeah, I want you all to submit a subject you feel the most confident in. And yeah, something like that she says. And Konji's like, okay, like goodbye, and he leaves. And Urkita kind of says like, oh, like you have to participate as well, like something like that she says. Yeah, and Koenji's like, oh, I'm going to cooperate with someone that I feel like is worthy enough, and he just leaves. Literally, that's what he says, and leaves. Either way, like putting that aside, the next scene is the scene with Kei and Ayanokoji. So Ayanokoji is here. Kei comes to his room, and okay, this part I feel like I think I understand what's happening, or not understand, but I think this is just a guess. But I feel like one of the biggest reasons why Ayanokoji spread that rumor that Ayanokoji likes Kei is so that this can happen. Like this whole thing where Kei says that, oh, like me coming here, wouldn't other people be suspicious of us? And he's like, oh, no issue. Where is that part? Okay, it is growing less necessary that we hide. This statement. So I feel like one of the reasons why he spread that rumor, especially because it like, just think about it. Why did he need to spread that particular rumor about him? I can understand him spreading that rumor because obviously one rumor needed to be spread about him, and he wanted to keep it something simple. That's why he spread it. But I feel like this is another reason why he did that. He did that especially to quietly introduce the notion, or like the thing in front of into everyone's head, that, oh, Ayanokoji likes Kei. So that in the future, if someone sees Ayanokoji and Kei meeting, they won't really be thinking much about it. They'll be like, oh yeah, Ayanokoji likes Kei, so that's why maybe they're talking, or something like that they'll think. So to slowly like make sure that this whole hide and seek thing, like, oh, when we meet, we'll have to hide ourselves so that the others don't get to know, so that this can be avoided. Maybe that is why he particularly introduced that piece of rumor, because there was no need for him to introduce that particular rumor, because he was in, like, he was the one who spread all of those rumors in the end. There was no need for him to do that. He did it especially because of that, I feel like, so that this whole hide and seek thing, it's a big problem, isn't it? Like whenever you have to talk to Kei, either you have to message, or you have to like sneak around and like talk to her like that. Otherwise, everyone, if someone sees them, they'll be like, what the hell is happening? So that's why he did that, so people can little by little just, it becomes unnecessary for them to keep it hiding, this whole thing. That's why he particularly did that. I don't know, this is just something that I think. Maybe this was like something he foresaw, and he was like, yeah, this might help, and that's why he did it. And yeah, Kei says that feels like our relationship is becoming more and more open, huh? Is that okay? It's not an issue at all. Right, all that stuff. And then she's like, okay, I brought something for you, gives her the necklace as a gift, And Kei's like, oh, why this necklace? And he's like, oh, I just Googled and searched what was the best number one present in the list of best presents for high school. And this costs like 20,000 yen, which is quite a lot for a student, obviously, like, but I guess this is Ayanokoji. He probably has some hidden funds or something somewhere. All right, either way, okay, so Kei is like, oh, like, you just Googled it? What the hell? 10 out of 100. All that's like, banter. And she's also like, oh, do you have mirrors in your room? And he doesn't has it, so he puts on the necklace, and she's like, she kind of, obviously, like, like, she's like, oh, like, like, it's kind of childish, isn't it? But Ainako is like, okay, then you can keep it here. And she's like, no, it might be childish, but for me, someone as graceful as me, it is perfect. And she, thanks him and goes. Okay, so that whole scene. And then we get to that part as well where Manabu talks to Ainokoji, and Tachibana was also there. So here Mainokoji asks a very important question: why were you trying, like, why were, like, in the first day that I met you, why were you trying to, like, hurt Horikita like that? Like, because he was literally, like, grabbing her by her hand and threatening her. Like, what was up with that? Because, obviously after the conversation, we pretty much know now that he doesn't really have any type of antagonistic, like, feelings towards Horikita. He does want her best, but why was he doing that then? At which he says the reason behind it is because I was disappointed in her. And he says that everything, she emulates me. And it's crazy to think about that. I never even thought about it, but I think he is correct. The reason why Horikita doesn't really show her emotions is because she's trying to emulate him. Because Manabu is a person who doesn't show his emotions. And every single thing, like the dresses she wears, every single thing, she emulates Manabu. And he says that the reason why she is doing this, while she is doing all of this, this makes her, like, obviously this makes her way more weaker than she's supposed to be. That's why I'm trying to cut off her dependency. And there's one thing that he kind of says here which is kind of interesting. Where is that part? Okay, if Suzune, here we go. If Suzune were to stop chasing my phantom, cut off her dependency, and face herself with perfect honesty, then she would surpass me and become someone that even you could not ignore. This statement has a lot of hidden implications. Number one, he says that obviously, like, Horikita has the power, the potential to surpass him. And he also says, which means that he will be someone that even you could not ignore. Which has a hidden meaning, which means he's literally saying that Ainokoji is better than him. If you think about it, isn't that what he's saying? He's saying that, oh, if she's able to surpass me, even you cannot ignore her. Which technically means he knows that Ainokoji has way more potential than him, and is way more stronger than him. He's just hiding his thing. And that is why he says that if she surpasses me, then you won't be able to ignore her. Which, that is why I'm saying, I think this, it's pretty clear here that he admits that, yeah, I'm not good enough for you. However, if Suzune stops chasing my phantom, she'll surpass me, and even you will have to look at her and see her as a threat. Either way, and Ainokoji is also like, yeah, I also want her to do that. And she says that is why I'm trying to change her in a positive direction, actively and positively trying to change her, and something like that. Okay, all that questions, things aside, oh, then the whole thing about dating comes up, where where he's like, oh, are you and Tachibana dating? And he's like, no, and that whole thing. And then he says that, what about you? And he's like, no, I'm not dating anyone either. At which Manabu says that, I wouldn't mind leaving Suzune in your hands. However, I cannot see the two of you together either. And Anuko's like, yeah, me neither. At which Tachibana's like, stop, don't say that. This feels like some kind of flag is going to get triggered here. Like, what you say, the opposite happens, that kind of thing. Either way, that whole part, interesting conversation they had. And yeah, the most interesting part was obviously the whole thing about Suzune chasing Manabu, and the fact that I even didn't think that she's literally copying him, literally, in a very concerning degree. I knew that she's copying him, obviously, but I didn't really think about it like this, where we get to see here that she's even copying the way she, her manners are, her mannerisms, the way she talks. She's literally copying Manabu for that as well. Since Manabu is someone who doesn't really talk much, keeps his emotions hidden, he's doing that. I didn't think about it like that though. But that's crazy at the degree that she's copying him. But now she's trying to change, at least. You can see that. Okay, and then the final section with that, but that part I actually I discussed. I'm not going to discuss this part, the whole chess part. I discussed about it, and I after reading this part, I understood that after reading the rules of this part, I understood that okay, so the reason why they said that the captains cannot participate is because of this. You cannot participate, however, you can help others out. The other team who will be choosing the rules for the tests, they will have the authority to impose some rules and restrictions on the captain. They can do that, but they themselves will have to maintain that as well when they will be participating in it as well. So, it makes it way more interesting. So, yeah, I think I understand. At the beginning when I started this discussion, there was a lot of questions I had. Little by little, I think everything got answered as I went through this whole section. Now if I have missed something or misunderstood something, let me know without any spoilers, obviously. No spoilers please. But yeah, either way, that is it. This discussion, I knew this discussion section would be long. There's a lot of things to cover. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 9 of Classroom of the Elite Season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.